What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Whatever News! In today's episode, we've got some stories to talk about. In case you aren't subscribed, you definitely should do so. Subscribe down there, hit the bell to get all notifications. That way you'll always be notified and get the FORNEVERNEWS. I got all the scoop. Definitely subscribe, hit that bell, and enjoy. Okay, people, so for starters, of course, we got the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. We got a big announcement on the wrapping up of Twin Star Exorcist. Big deal there. We got the total sales for a couple of different series, including Seraph of the End and World Trigger. Very big story that I was honestly shocked it got this global regarding Naruto and its premiere 19 years ago, and something recently that happened that was on CNN. Big update for Jujutsu Kaisen Zero's film. We got very unfortunate news regarding the director of Eden Zero's anime. Something recently was just brought to my attention that he passed away, so we're gonna dive a little into that. But also, I guess, on the brighter side of things regarding Eden Zero, some good news for the future of the anime. But yeah, we'll talk about it. We got some cool stuff regarding Kochikame and Dragon Ball. Bunch of really cool stuff regarding Saikyo, Jump, and all of their manga that they got in there, and they got some, big titles. The manga Major, for Major fans, you're not gonna like this one. Very interesting update regarding One Piece Strong World. You're gonna be like, what? Yes, Strong World, the film. We'll talk about it. Very heartwarming and sad, and just in general, you're going to be like, holy cow. Letter from Yuki Tabata, author of Black Clover, from the latest volume of the manga. I believe it was volume 30. Yeah, it was very touching to say the least, so we're gonna take a look at it. Small Hunter x Hunter update. Kaguya-sama Love is War fans. Yeah, you're not gonna like this one. Small update regarding Jujutsu Kaisen and Funimation. Big updates for the future of the Boruto anime, the new Chunin exams. We got all the scoop here. We're gonna take a look. Shueisha taking a massive L, trying to do some stuff that honestly was kind of messed up, but yeah. We got the new Jump volumes and their rankings so far. Small update from the new series from the creator of Death Note. Demon Slayer's Mugen Train is also now available on other platforms, even though we got the TV anime that's coming this Sunday. But yeah. Small update for Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle. Pretty big story regarding a manhwa and some plagiarism that went down, and the plagiarism had to do with Monster, the big series Monster, alongside Evangelion. Big stuff there. Small update for Tokyo Revengers, a one-shot that's being re-released, and a big update, to a certain degree, I guess you would say big, regarding the Dragon Ball superhero film, and a new visual we got that, for me, in my eyes, is cementing something big. But we'll talk about it. And yeah, people, those are all the stories we have for today's episode. Without further ado, let's jump into another exciting episode of Whatever News! The only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so first on the docket, we got the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. Let's take a look. For starters, it's really dope because there's a special chapter of Dandadan I told you guys about that was going to be released in weekly Shonen Jump, and we got an author comment from Yukinobu Tatsu, author of Dandadan. He said, Dandadan is serialized on Jump Plus in Japanese. Please check it out. Basically being a true bona fide hustler and coming through and be like, yo, I got some new product over here, different magazine, come through. Shout outs to Yukinobu Tatsu. We got Ichiro Oda, creator of One Piece. I can't forget the taste of the endomame crackers I had at a certain shop, so I've been eating a ton of endomame snacks. Kudos to Oda. Enjoy your snacks. Then we got Gege Akutami, author of Jujutsu Kaisen, baby. They said, I like the seedless grapes with the skin you don't eat. The ones from the Yamanashi seem really good. He likes grapes, fam. Why not? Then we got the authors of PPPPP by Polo 3. To those who sent me fan mail, thank you so much. It made me so happy. Just wanted to share that. It looks like maybe things are going good for PPPPP. Why not? Then we got Hajime Komodo, author of Marshall. Things that are bad for you are so tasty, but it's bad that it's bad for you. Yeah, 1000%. That's pretty much almost everything if you think about it. Like anything you can think about that, oh my god, it tastes so good, it feels so good, it's bad for you. We got Kohei Horikoshi, author of My Hero Academia. I used vinegar all over my bathroom and vanquished years of filth. It felt so good. A little bit of spring cleaning, even though we're in fall, but yeah, we're gonna call it spring cleaning. Why not? We got Yuto Suzuki, author of Sakamoto Days. I got a pretty bad headache as a side effect from the vaccine. To everyone who's going to be getting one soon, take care. Oof, I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my kryptonites. A headache, a migraine, that takes me completely out the picture of anything. Any plans I have, any work I got, anything, a headache, especially a severe one, kills it for me. So best wishes and mad positive vibes and all that jazz to Yuto Suzuki. I can't mess with headaches, fam. Then finally, we got Yuki Kawaguchi, author of the Hunter's Guild Red Hood. I think the gator sandals I've been wearing since high school are so worn down that they're slanted. I've lost 2 centimeters. Well, just want to send some support your way, fam, so you can buy some new sandals. Yeah, people, those were the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. I did take off a few of the regulars that we normally cover, just because I usually cover only about like 4 or 5 series in the weekly Shonen magazine author comments. So I was like, I'm doing so much on weekly Shonen Jump author comments, and I don't do the same, so let me kind of even it out a little bit. Next up, we got an update on Twin Star Exorcist. It seems as though the series is going to be coming to an end. According to this, it says, according to Yoshiaki Sukeno's latest comments in Jump Square issue number 11, Twin Star Exorcist's final arc will be ending its first part next month, and only 2 more parts are left. And the exact quote was, I'm planning the final arc to have 3 parts. Next month is the end of part 1. So essentially we're closing in on the end, which I want to say was announced a while ago that it was, you know, in the final stretch or something like that. But yeah, I've heard about this manga. I want to say it was 5 or 6 years ago now at that. It was like towards the end of Naruto. I remember Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, came out and recommended Twin Star Exorcist, and I watched the anime, and I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't like the anime. I hated it, to be honest with you. But I heard the manga is totally different ball game, so maybe at some point again in the future when I have some time, I'll check it out. But yeah, Twin Star Exorcist fans, the final arc will be ending its first part next month. 2 parts to go. You can expect, I'm not really sure when to expect it to end, because, you know, a part could last 2, 3 years, 5 years, whatever the case may be. You never know, so enjoy it while it's still here. Next up, we got a couple of updated sales for a few different series. For starters, we got Seraph of the End has reached 13 million copies in circulation. This is one title in particular that I'm really meaning to get back to. I probably want to start rewatching the anime at some point. I mean, we're in October. Vampires sounds fitting, to be honest with you. I might actually do that. I might actually restart the anime from the beginning, watch season 1 and 2, and then hop into the manga. I'll never forget, I really enjoyed the vibe from it. I like the whole aspect, the dynamic between the 2 MCs, you know, the one that's a human, the one that's a vampire, all of that jazz. So I might get back into it. 13 million copies. Shout outs to Seraph of the End. I've been meaning to hop back in at some given point. Then World Trigger by Daisuke Ashihara has reached 15 million copies in circulation, according to the latest music TV program. So that's kind of weird. I would have expected Seraph of the End to have sold more than World Trigger, but then again, World Trigger is like a popular Shonen Jump title, and Seraph of the End that's kind of been like not really Shonen Jump, just, you know, around the way, so to speak. So yeah, either way, congrats to both of those series, still going strong. But between the 2, and I actually started World Trigger and I never actually finished it either, so I'm probably gonna go though with Seraph of the End first, and then maybe World Trigger after. Next up, this was a very, very big deal, and if you're not caught up to the latest episode of Boruto, episode 218, and you do not want to be spoiled because it was a major event that just happened, I'm giving you a warning, a spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about it because it came out on CNN in Indonesia. That's how big of a deal this was, because in case you don't know, the latest episode of Boruto, episode 218, was exactly 19 years after the first episode of Naruto aired over there in Japan. So it was a very big deal already, just that, like, holy cow, the 19th anniversary of the Naruto anime, and then now Boruto is, you know, running strong. Kudos there. But the event was so big, again, spoiler, you've been warned, the passing of Kurama the Nine-Tailed Fox, his death was so impactful that in Indonesia, they reported on it on CNN. It said Indonesia takes the death of Kurama to the next level. Translation, Kurama's death at 19 years, Naruto. And it was actually live on CNN. They reported on it probably because a lot of people were going crazy over there and, like, you know, really emotional about it, because we was all crazy and emotional about it. But fam, what type of series, like, yo, that's something different. It hits different when it reaches levels like that. Like, yo, CNN, like, when CNN is reporting on it, and it's not in some type of, like, because they reported on anime related stuff in the past, quote unquote, where like some sickos is doing some sick shit and they want to tie it back to anime and stuff like that. But when they're reporting on it in this light, in this manner of like, yo, this epic stuff happened in the manga and it was so impactful, or in the anime it was so impactful that people in real life are, you know, dealing with it, it's kind of crazy, this is dope, like, that is different levels. That is a different feel altogether. Big shout outs again to Naruto. 19 years ago, the first episode of Naruto aired, and we're 19 years later, and you know, it's just kind of crazy how it landed that 19 years later, the nine-tailed fox passes away. Wild stuff. You know, we got the first appearance of Kurama 19 years ago, and boom. Shout out to CNN Indonesia for reporting on that. That is really cool. Next up, people, we got some updates on Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie that's coming out in December, and we got some character designs this time for 4 different characters in particular. First of all, we got Yuta, Okotsu, and wow, he looks pretty dope, I ain't gonna lie. Like pretty much what I would expect from, you know, going from manga to anime, because he was already in the manga and, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And then we got Maki. Oh my god, I can't wait to see some of that. Maki, absolute greatness. I forgot that she was in Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Holy cow, baby, let's freaking go. We got Inumaki, which he looks, now that I look at, holy cow, he kind of looks like Bakugo from My Hero Academia in this image. Hey. And then Panda. God bless Panda, bro. Look at him swinging his arms. I just can't freaking wait for this movie. It just says Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie scheduled for December 24th in Japan. Again, characters Yuta, Maki, Inumaki, and Panda. And boy, I wish we could get this. I wish it was debuting over here. Like, what? Talk about a Christmas Eve to remember if we was able to watch that, like, over here on HBO Max, for example, and theaters. Oh my god, I would spend Christmas watching this film like that. Alas, we must wait. I'm imagining probably January, February-ish, we'll get the film over here in theaters, and I'm gonna watch the living crap out of it, maybe even twice. In case y'all don't know, I really love Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, those were the designs for 4 of the main characters of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Can't freaking wait. Okay, people, next up, unfortunately, I got some very sad news to bring to you guys. Somebody that worked on the Eden Zero anime, in particular, the director, recently passed away. And yo, it's just been, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how many deaths I've reported on and terrible news I've reported on in the last year or so, but this one, again, it weighs heavy, man. It weighs heavy when you know what these people deliver, you know what these people go through to deliver this stuff, and just in general, it's some sad shit all around. Let's read. Eden Zero anime director Yushi Suzuki passes away. The official Twitter account and website for the Eden Zero franchise announced after the anime ended on Sunday that the anime's director Yushi Suzuki passed away on September 9th at a Tokyo hospital. Suzuki worked as a key animator on several series such as Fairy Tail, Valvrave the Liberator, Pretty Rhythm, Aurora Dream. He then directed episodes of the 3rd Fairy Tail season, Log Horizon, Destruction of the Round Table, Card Fight Vanguard GZ, Talentless Nana, Cho Soku Henkei, Gyozetsu, and other series. Eden Zero was the first full series he directed. Condolences to his family. RIP to this man. You know, him doing all of that work, I can only imagine the amount of time he went through, and it's crazy. You know, talk about a terrible way to end the series. You know, you finish Eden Zero and then you find that out. I don't even know. Just, again, rest in peace to this man, and his legacy will live on, because, you know, directing Eden Zero, we just got the announcement, which I guess I'll report on that as well, because it was also reported that the Eden Zero anime will continue in the future. However, no further details were added, so it could be that they're going to do a film in the future. It could be that they're going to do season 2, but according to the official Eden Zero Twitter account, it said the anime will continue in the future, so his legacy will live on indeed. But, you know, it's just sad, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's just heartbreaking when I gotta report these big news stories. You know, we just lost the author of Gogol 13, now the director of the Eden Zero anime. Just sad all around. Okay, people, next up, we got a story regarding the Kochi Kame author doing a tribute to Dragon Ball. I reported a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago now at this point, that they're going to be doing for the next 3 years. Almost every month, you're going to be getting from notable authors tributes to Dragon Ball to honor the big anniversary that's coming within 3 years. According to this one, it just says, Kochi Kame creator Osamu Akimoto illustrated a tribute to the 28th Dragon Ball volume cover in the latest Saikyo Jump issue 11. And I'm guessing the tribute here, because at first when I looked at it, I was like, I don't understand it. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like Bulma and Goku, like he has like a turtle shell on his back. I ain't gonna lie, it's not the greatest Dragon Ball tribute. But yeah, I'm seeing the picture next to it. Okay, I guess like it's supposed to be a tribute to Master Roshi on a bicycle. Not the greatest tribute in the world, because it just looks like it's Kochikame on a motorcycle, which I think he rides a motorcycle. So I'm a little bit unsure of what they were going for with this, unless this isn't the actual tribute and this is just the cover of it. Either way, Kochikame author doing a tribute to Dragon Ball, and I'm going to keep reporting on these because it's really dope that they're having big authors every month doing something really cool for the series and the franchise. And while we're at it, just something I wanted to take a look at. We got a bunch of color pages from the latest issue of Saikyo Jump. I've been telling y'all, Shueisha is really trying to push this Saikyo Jump, especially with the new Demon Slayer spinoff that they just started publishing in there. So for starters, this is the Kimetsu no Yaiba spin-off manga series Kimetsu Gakuen's colored page, and it's of one of the Hashira, and it looks kind of cool. It looks, you know, just chibi eyes, so to speak. Then we got a Twin Star Exorcist color page. I think that's of the real serialized series, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, adding into there about the ending of the series, how it's ending. Then we got One Piece Gakuen color page in the latest issue of Saikyo Jump. I love this one. Is that Luffy? Wow, that's Luffy, Law, and Kid, and they're doing a race against, Akai no Yao. This is a really, really dope one. Holy shit, I like this one a lot. Then we got My Hero Academia Team Up Mission color page by Yoko Akiyama. It's pretty simplistic for the most part. It's just like two pictures of, is that Deku and Bakugo? Oh no, I think that's Deku and Bakugo? Yeah, I want to say that's Deku and Bakugo. Kind of cool stuff there. Then we got Super Dragon Ball Heroes Big Bang Mission by Nagayama Yoshitaka, and I don't know who any of these characters are. I'm just assuming they're all like the bad guys from Dragon Ball Heroes, but yeah, because I think they got a manga over there, if I'm not mistaken, as well, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and looks kind of cool. I mean, they look all badass as hell, the designs himself, especially the dude with the black and yellow rabbit ears. Dude looks sick. And while we're on it, looking at color pages, this was just an update from the creator, or one half of the creators of Death Note and his new comedy series. It says, debut color page of comedian-focused manga series Shoha Shoten by Death Note artist Takeshi Obata in collaboration with writer Asakura Akinari in the latest Shonen Jump Square issue 11. And again, it looks very, you know, like Bakuman-ish, so to speak, but I don't know, they're in front of a microphone. I ain't gonna lie, I wonder how that would be, like if they're like maybe comedians or something and it's funny. Either way, I like the art, it looks kind of cool, and it's dope to see that he just ended Platinum End not that long ago. He's straight back to work. He don't play. Like, I respect the living crap out of that type of hustle, because I got that same mentality. I want to keep on working. When I'm done with this episode of Forever News, I'm gonna go check my TikTok, make sure that my videos is all in order. I'm gonna go check the Facebook, make sure there's any posts that I need to add. I'm gonna go check the community tab on YouTube, make sure my polls, the comments, like, I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna go on Twitter, see if there's any articles I may have missed for the next episode of Forever News. Never stop the grind, never stop the hustle, keep chasing your dreams. Shout outs to Takeshi Obata. Amazing stuff. Next up, for fans of the manga Major, yeah, you're gonna be very, very disappointed to hear this, because according to this, it says Major Second by Takuya Mitsuda will go on hiatus. No return date announced, but it won't be longer than a year, according to the artist. So it could be basically up to a year that it's going to be on hiatus. And I want to say I read somewhere else that basically the author had initially went on hiatus and he thought he was strong enough to come back, and he came back and he kind of started feeling ill again, so that's why he's going on another break. And I ain't gonna lie, I totally get, you know, where the fans come from, like, yo, we want our manga, but if you're feeling ill, your manga, okay? Just flat out screw it, move it aside, go get some rest, get some, you know, get better, and then come back to it. Like, there's no reason to continue to work where your body is falling apart. If you're at that stage, you need to relax and don't worry about that. And I'm very happy that he's going on another hiatus, just because if it's a health related issue and you need to heal up, go heal up. Fans can wait. But yeah, I understand as well, fans being disappointed. It'll be up to about a year that Major will be on hiatus if you were looking forward to the next chapter. Moving forward, we got a big random One Piece related update that I just was not expecting. I was like, what the hell? So apparently, to celebrate the 1000th episode of One Piece over here in the West, they're going to be re-releasing in theaters the One Piece Strong World film. Y'all remember Strong World? That was like the first really big One Piece film that everybody went crazy for. According to this, it says Toei Animation, Fathom Events screened One Piece film Strong World in U.S. theaters in November. Toei Animation and Fathom Events announced on Monday that they will hold a special theatrical screening of the One Piece film Strong World anime film to celebrate the upcoming 1000th episode of the One Piece anime. The film will screen with the English dub on November 7th and with English subtitles on November 9th in select theaters in the United States. The screening will also include the United States premiere of the 2011 One Piece 3D Mugiwara chase film. I actually had seen that, and it was like CGI, I remember, and oh god. Oh, Toei, you're really into that CGI, huh? In case people don't know what I'm referring to, the Dragon Ball superhero trailer that we got. And I ain't gonna lie, out of just wanting to have a good time, I could see myself going. I'm not sure right now if I will go because I already got my tickets pre-ordered for, which is not that far off from this. It's October 29th for the My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission film. Like, I'm already going for that one. I don't know if, you know, in a little bit over a week, if I'm going to want to go again to the movies this time to see One Piece, you know, Strong World when I have it on Blu-ray. I have it twice. I think I even got somewhere around here. You probably can't see, but I even got a limited edition Blu-ray copy of it and stuff like that. So I don't know if I want to go. I'd only go for the experience of just being able to say, I'm at the theaters watching another One Piece film and it's Strong World. So maybe, I don't know. And if I did win, I'd probably bring like my nieces and nephew and watch it in dub or something like that, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the One Piece dub. Oh God, if y'all heard that Gear 4th dub line. But yeah, people, if you're excited or interested, One Piece Strong World hitting theaters, select theaters. Check your local listing. November 7th, November 9th. I think it's kind of cool that they're doing that for the 1000th episode anniversary, something special for the West. Like, why not? Yeah, sure. I just don't know if I'm going to do it. I might. I don't know. Moving forward, Black Clover fans, this is why I refer to Tabata as one of the GOATs. This right here really touched me. This right here was relatable on certain levels. Like, this was basically a comment in volume 30 from Yuki Tabata himself, giving us a little bit of his life story and his relationship with his father, or lack thereof, and how it affects him and his daughter. And it was just emotional. Let's read. Afterward, volume 30 has been released. When the series started, I thought I would be happy if I could draw up to volume 30. When I saw my 2-year-old daughter draw, I remembered how I had been drawing since I could remember. When I was in kindergarten, I liked Dragon Ball, and my mother drew me a copy of Goku, and I started drawing different drawings of Dragon Ball like crazy, and I think my mother thought that I was really good. I'm not a person who remembers many things, but I do remember that I was in elementary school and thinking, I want to draw. But I couldn't draw it right, so I cried. And I remember my mom saying, if you're gonna cry, don't draw anymore. Which, holy shit, that kind of sounds a little bit like Deku's origin story with his mom. That's kind of crazy. My father died in a car accident when I was my daughter's age. That's why I don't remember anything about my father. I've seen pictures of him, and he looked like me. My relatives say that my dad was also good at making money, although not as good as Hiroki. I'm not sure who Hiroki is. I think my parents are responsible for me being able to say that I'm good at drawing. I was able to read my favorite manga and draw everything I wanted. So thanks to my parents, I am where I am today. Thank you. My father died when I was only a few years old, so I will live and live for him, and love for my wife and daughter for him. Ooh! Oh shit, that kind of hit. Wow. Absolutely, just gotta say, massive, immense respect and praise to Yuki Tabata. As a father, I can relate. As somebody that has been through certain situations, that I can resonate with what he was saying. Man, just, this is why I respect Yuki Tabata immensely, amongst many other things. You know, he's been, you know, in the arena for 30 volumes now, still kicking strong with Black Clover. Shout outs to him, man. And it's kind of crazy, you know, him talking about trying to draw since, you know, drawing Dragon Ball, and kind of really putting an emphasis on art being something that he's focused on. And I'll be honest with you, for the longest time, Black Clover's character designs have been my favorite character designs in Shonen Jump. I just love the aesthetic of the way the Black Clover character designs are, from especially characters like Nozel, going back to his previous series, Hungry Joker, that was the brother of Haiji's older brother and stuff like that. Not Siasu, that was his name. Like, I love that character design. That character design, there's something about it that it just got a lot of swag and drip to it. Just big shout outs to Yuki Tabata, everything you've been through. I don't know, it's something about when I see fathers that really love their child, and he's always talking about his child. You know, when somebody's constantly talking about how much they love their child, they love their child usually. So shout outs to Yuki Tabata, man. Really just heartwarming stuff, and I'm gonna keep on championing the series until the very end. 30 volumes, congrats. Let's do 30 more if you can. Hunter x Hunter fans, I don't want to get your hopes up. There's no anime return, there's no manga return. Togashi don't care about us anymore. No. But there's something cool here to note. According to this, it says Hunter x Hunter will be getting a special illustration to celebrate the TV anime's 10th anniversary in the next issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. So, as a consolation prize of the manga being on hiatus for over 1,000 days now, and the anime being over for 7 years, here's a drawing. Hey, I wonder if the drawing is even from Togashi himself, or it's just the editorial staff. They're like, get an artist, get somebody to draw some shit. This guy don't give a fuck. We got a fan base. We got to make sure they know that it still exists. So just send somebody out there. Get the BC team, whatever. Draw some shit. Hunter x Hunter. Like, it's sad that this is what we get. Like, no chapter in 1,000 days, no anime, no nothing, not even a whisper of Togashi. And what we get in return is, here's a drawing. Hey, I respect his health issues and all that jazz, but in 3 years, you couldn't have dropped one chapter, a chapter a year? I find that hard to believe that you can't muster up the strength to draw a page a month. You can't draw a page a month? A page a month? Come on, man. Like, we got to be realistic to a certain degree and understand that Togashi is in a situation where he probably don't want to draw no more. He probably genuinely does not want to draw no more, on top of already all of his health issues. But realistically, if you can't bang out a chapter, a half a chapter, something in all of this time, you probably aren't interested. And I could completely understand in a certain regard of like, yo, my health has deteriorated from this. I love it. But also, you know, I have a big video that I made several years back that really dove into and explained the situation with Hunter x Hunter and Yoshihiro Togashi. Not only just his physical health, but it sounds like mental health is a big spot on all of this. The fact that he wants to be able to do everything by himself, and realistically he can't, and he doubts himself on the quality of his drawings and stuff like that. It's really fascinating. So I get it on many different levels, and I empathize and sympathize with Yoshihiro Togashi's plight. However, I do gotta say, the fans that have invested, and I'm not even speaking for myself, forget it. I own every volume of Hunter x Hunter today, and I'm still not even speaking for myself. If he don't ever want to draw another chapter a day in his life, it is what it is. I'm fine with it. I've come to terms with it. I love Hunter x Hunter. Yu Yu Hakusho, his previous series before that, is my favorite series of all time. Like, I'm cool with it, all right? But for the people that aren't, for the people that have invested and this is their GOAT and all of that jazz, I feel bad for them, and it kind of feels a little shitty that we can't get a chapter a year, like bi-yearly chapters, like, you know, drawing half a chapter a year or something like that. Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, here's an illustration for you guys. Moving forward, Kaguya-sama Love is War fans. Now, I want to say I've watched like a few episodes back in a year ago now, maybe, or something like that. And I liked what I saw, I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of like, imagine a romance comedy using elements of the battle between Light and L from Death Note. That was the interesting aspect of it. But according to this, it says, Kaguya-sama Love is War by Aka Akasaka will start its final arc in the upcoming weekly Young Jump issue 47, out October 21st. So basically, Kaguya-sama Love is War is entering its final arc, which I could see it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're already working on the next season of the anime, and maybe it'll wrap itself up and all of that, which I was kind of surprised when I just saw right now, Young Jump. So is that considered a seinen manga, like Kaguya-sama Love is War? But yeah, I don't really got too much to say. Again, I've only seen like a handful of episodes from the beginning. I know it sucks for Kaguya-sama Love is War fans. We just talked about Twin Star Exorcist in its final arc as well. A lot of stuff is ending, but I've come to a certain degree, because I know if one of my favorites ended tomorrow, was announced it was ending tomorrow, I'm gonna myself and be all upset. But I'm starting to get numb. Things gotta end. New manga will start up that you'll fall in love with. New anime will start up that you'll fall in love with. It's something of acceptance, and it's a difficult process to reach. And I know I'm getting a little bit deep, but once you get to acceptance, you start to understand things end. And it's sad, but new stuff will start, and you'll fall in love with it, and you'll remember Kaguya-sama for the great times you had, and you'll love the new stuff. Next up, the reason I picked up on this story, because normally I wouldn't have reported on it, but I have a niece that, for whatever reason, really loves using Funimation. Like, that's her thing. She doesn't really care for like Crunchyroll like that. It's just Funimation. And she was watching Jujutsu Kaisen, but she couldn't watch it anymore because it wasn't on Funimation. I think I had her like watching my Crunchyroll or something like that, and she wanted to watch it on Funimation. And now, for fans of Jujutsu Kaisen, it says, time to schedule your next anime marathon night. All 24 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen are heading to Funimation, subbed and dubbed 2 days. So if you're a subscriber of Funimation, you can watch Jujutsu Kaisen now. I ain't gonna lie, I would love to get a rewatch on. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time because so many things is coming out this month that I'm into. But yeah, if you want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen subbed and dubbed, it is now available on Funimation. Yeah, let's spread Jujutsu Kaisen out there. Let's get that bad boy going. Just felt like I needed to put this out there. I don't know, my niece loves Funimation, so I'm sure there gotta be some other people out there that like, no, that's the service I use. And I also heard that they updated their video player recently as well, so big kudos to them if they're doing that too. Okay, people, next up, this is very important when it comes to the Boruto anime, because this is going into the anime canon, anime only, filler, every term you want to call it. Basically, it's stuff that's not from the manga that's being animated into the anime. Alongside it is also marking episode 220 and on, which, in case you don't remember, original Naruto had 220 episodes. Boruto is now about to eclipse that in another couple weeks with 220 plus episodes. But this is what's going to happen after the Ishiki Otsutsuki stuff in the anime. Obviously, the manga is still going and whatnot, but we're going to take a look. We're going to start off with, and this is all courtesy of Organic Dinosaur. Shout outs to them, always giving us the scoop on Boruto. It says, summary for Boruto anime ep 220, remaining time, which is broadcasting on October 17th. People who have been etched with a karma by a member of the Otsutsuki clan gradually have their minds and bodies get taken over during their Otsutsuki transformation. The situation surrounding Boruto and his Otsutsuki transformation is quite serious. In addition, they need to discuss Code, who is the leader of Kara, and his movements. Boruto's father, who is the Nandaime Hokage, Naruto, calls for a Gokage summit in order to convene with the others and talk about these matters. That is dope. A Gokage summit. Let's go. Amongst the topics is the progression of Boruto's Otsutsuki transformation, which will eventually become a situation with a level of threat that would be on par with Ishiki's case. And so, it became a question of what would be done if that situation arises. Could anything even be done about it at all? The Godaime Kazekage Gaara then asked Naruto, are you prepared to attack and take down your own son? As the Hokage and Boruto's father, what will be Naruto's decision? Whoa! Let's go, baby! I ain't gonna lie, for some anime only stuff, that sounds hype. Y'all know me, I keep it a bean. If it's boring or it sounds stupid or it's like, get it out of here, I'm gonna tell you. When it sounds hype as shit, I'm gonna tell you that too. That sounds interesting, bringing in all the Kage and shit. Like, they don't really do that often, but when they do, this sounds hype. Then we got the synopsis for episode 221, the Chunin exams again, which airs October 24th. And by the way, episode 220, aside from the Gaara and Gokage summit, I guess there's going to be manga content in there as well. So it will be somewhat from the manga, but 220 will also have anime original stuff, which I ain't gonna lie, that doesn't sound bad at all so far. But let's see about these Chunin exams again. It says Chunin exams again, October 24th. At Naruto's suggestion, the Chunin exams will take place in Konohagakure village for the Genin. Since everyone in the village has grown uneasy due to Ishiki's raid, the other objective of the Chunin exam is to cheer everyone up. Boruto and the peers in his same Genin class are each heading towards their own goals. These Genin are gathering together and aiming to be promoted to Chunin status. Up till now, they've all been teammates who have completed numerous missions together and have gained considerable experiences from doing them. Now it's time to show off the results of their accumulated training. Everyone is super motivated to tackle the exams. Who will achieve their dearest wish of being promoted to Chunin? Okay, so it seems like it's the setup for the Chunin exams again, which my thing about the Chunin exams again is I remember in Shippuden when they did, oh, the Chunin exams again, and I want to say, I forget where it was, but it was like a flashback to OG Naruto, I want to say, when they tried to do the Chunin exams again, and I want to say there was even an OVA where Naruto did the Chunin exams again. So they've done stuff like this a couple times, which is why I'm not all that enthusiastic. Like, oh, the Chunin exams, because I remember correctly, the Shippuden Chunin exams again wasn't the most exciting, to be honest with you, but maybe Piro can do things differently now, because I feel like they got a little bit more control and say so with the Boruto anime than they did with Shippuden. Like Shippuden, Kishimoto was like, you better not do anything that messes with my story. This one, it seems a little bit more lax, where they could do certain things to develop certain characters. And also, hey, if we are inevitably going into a time skip, it would be dope to get some of these characters promoted to Chunin, so when we get to the time skip, you see them in their Chunin outfits, and maybe they could be a little bit more relevant moving forward. Then we got episode 222, the eve before the decisive battle, and that's slated for broadcast on Halloween, October 31st. The final test of the Chunin exams has been announced. Holy cow. So in 221, wow, we're already going to get it started, and then 222 we're in the finals of it, so this isn't going to be long at all. The format will be individual combat matchups. Last time, not many candidates remained for the final test, but this time, Boruto and many of his peers from the same class of genin have made it. Each of them are very determined and are starting to make their final preparations. Amongst the finalists are Team 7, who have a top-ranked track record, the members of Team 10, and Izuno Wasabi, who has been putting forth a lot of effort into her missions despite the absence of Kake Sumide. Oh, this is adding in that Team 10. I think, were they Team 10, Team 16? I don't remember, but I just remember every time there was anime-only episodes about them, I hated it. I'm just being honest. In addition, the test rules have changed. The use of self-made scientific ninja weapons are permitted. Kaminari-man Denki and Kurogane Tsubaki, a samurai foreign exchange student from the Iron Country, and other finalists have been devoting themselves completely to the development and fine-tuning of their own scientific ninja weapons. And so, there will be many new formidable foes in the final test. Some hot battles are about to unfold. It could be good. I just hope they don't focus on that one in particular that I told you guys about, because I remember that shit being boring whenever it was about that team in particular that Sumide had left. Like, ugh. And then lastly, episode 223, Inojin vs. Hoki, which airs on November 7th. At last, the final tests have begun. The first round of the individual combat matchups will be the battle between Yamanaka Inojin and Taketori Hoki. Hoki and his comrades from Team 25 have been doing missions with the Anbu up till now. That kind of sounds interesting, which is rare and unusual even amongst their own peers. That's why Inojin doesn't know what Hoki could be scheming or what tricks that Hoki might have up his sleeves. To start things off quickly, Inojin skillfully uses Choju Giga, Super Beast imitating drawing, which is a jutsu that is Inojin's forte. He is then able to drive Hoki into a corner. However, Hoki waits for a chance to use his jutsu. Suddenly, Inojin has completely lost sight of his enemy's whereabouts and the tables have turned. Who will ultimately be the winner? Meanwhile, Boruto and Mitsuki are heading over to the venue for the final test since they are supposed to be participating in them. En route, they happen to catch sight of some suspicious looking people and decide to pursue them. Maybe it's Kara, and maybe this is why they're not going to be able to become Chunin, because they're not going to be able to enter the test. So this is probably going to be a Chunin exam for all of the other next generation that never get focused in on in the manga and anime. I take that back, in just the manga. The anime does focus in on them, so probably Team 7 is not going to be really all that involved, I'm imagining, in this one. And it seems as though they mainly just wanted to cut straight to battles with this one. It looks like episode 221 sets up the exam and gets through like the first couple rounds, and then they just want to straight up jump into battles, which I'm all fine with that, especially if it's some cool stuff, but we gotta wait and see. These could either be hits or miss. Some of it sounds really dope, some characters in particular I'm not too fond of, but we gotta wait and see. And I'm guessing maybe like some more outers of Kara are going to be, you know, rummaging around the village, which that's kind of some dope stuff to add in there as well, but we gotta wait and see. Either way, doesn't sound like the Boruto anime is going to go into some complete slice of life boring shit after Ishiki, and that's good to hear. And yeah, people, that's all the info on the Boruto anime after the Ishiki stuff, episode 220 and beyond. Next up, people, Shueisha takes an L because Shueisha was trying to patent checker marks and all sorts of stuff from the Demon Slayer outfits. Y'all know Tanjiro's outfit, for example, you know, his black and green checkerboard cloak or whatever. That's a common pattern. Well, Shueisha was trying to patent it so that they, you know, trademark it so that they own it. However, Shueisha fails appeal for Tanjiro Nezuko Zenitsu pattern trademarks. Huffington Post Japan reported on Friday that Shueisha failed its appeal to trademark the clothing patterns for the following Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba characters: Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Zenitsu. The trademark was denied on May 26. Shueisha submitted an appeal on July 6, which was formally rejected on September 17th. Regarding Tanjiro's pattern, the Japan Patent Office noted that the checkmark pattern was ubiquitous and that its appearance in Demon Slayer does not transcend the regular usage of a decorative pattern for clothing. Shueisha argued that Tanjiro's pattern is distinct because it includes rectangles as well as squares, and because it is enclosed in a black border. While the JPO noted that the black lines could be seen, the lack of blank space past the border made it difficult to discern at a glance. Therefore, the design lacks significantly distinguishing traits from the historical usage of the checkmark pattern. Shueisha has 3 months to file a second appeal. In June, the publisher successfully trademarked the clothing patterns for Gyu Tomioka, Shinobu Kocho, and Kyojiro Rengoku, so they got those down packed. The trademark applies to a diverse range of commodities such as smartphone, blah blah blah. So they actually won for a few patterns, but in terms of those, which, I mean, looking at them, especially Tanjiro's, like, hands down, Tanjiro's is one you cannot say. That's literally a checkerboard. Like, what are you doing, Shueisha? So they're taking the L on that. I'm not surprised. I'm actually happy. Like, Like, I'm kind of surprised in a way because, you know, these companies be getting away with all sorts of stuff, but I'm thankful because that's ridiculous. How you gonna own green and black checkerboards? Like, how? How, Sway? Tell me. But it's Shueisha. They'll be fine. They got billions upon billions of dollars, and I'm sure they're pissed off because I'm sure they want to make sure they make every last dollar from everything Demon Slayer because it makes so much money. I mean, so much. And now they can't really go after counterfeits, in particular when it comes to those patterns, because you don't own it. So 1W for the little guy. Yeah. Okay, people, next up, just an interesting update. The latest volumes from Shonen Jump are out, and we don't have the sales yet, but we have their rankings of what they ranked upon release. And so far, it says First Day of Shoseki is here for October volumes. Lots of releases almost claimed the entire top 10. So let's see how they progress over the upcoming days. And it's Jujutsu Kaisen at number 1. Of course, I can't wait to see what those sales look like for first week. My Hero Academia number 2 with smoking hot character on the cover. I won't spoil. Then number 3 with Black Clover, which I ain't gonna lie, that cover is clean. And shout outs to Black Clover coming in, you know, top 3, baby. That's a feat. Kochikame, whoa. Volume 201 at number 4. And then going down the road, Blue Box, Marshall, Undead Unluck. That's crazy. Like, Marshall pretty much has double the popularity of Undead Unluck. At this point, it's clear. Every time I look at the volume sales, it's almost pretty much exactly double. Now, even with placements, it's double. And it sucks because I've heard nothing but praise for Undead Unluck from people that I caught up, and it just really sucks that Undead Unluck ain't doing better, considering a lot of people say that it's really good. And Marshall's great too, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of crazy the difference in popularity. Also, big shout outs to Blue Box. Taking a closer look, like, Blue Box outdoing Marshall. That's what is it, a sports romance series, if I'm not mistaken? That's a very big difference from Marshall that is a battle series. Like, shout outs to Blue Box. And then just a couple of others in there. Ayakashi Triangle at 15. Yozaku the Family at 19. Me and Roboko at 25. Mago-chan at 36. And, oh god, Candy Flurry Volume 2 at 89. Yeah, Candy Flurry had to go. They could see the writing on the wall that it was over. But yeah, I can't wait for these sales to come in. And I ain't gonna lie, most of these volume covers look really good. Wow. Okay, people, next up for Demon Slayer fans that want to watch the Mugen Train film, even though the TV anime is coming out now. So it's very complicated what's going on here. But apparently it will be on Crunchyroll as well. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train, and its English dub are coming to Crunchyroll. Following the announcement last week that the upcoming Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train and Entertainment District arcs are coming to Crunchyroll, they're excited to announce that both the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Tanjiro Komodo Unwavering Resolve arc English dub and Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie Mugen Train will be available to users today, and you'll be able to watch it, right? That's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. I feel like they're going overboard with this. Like, who's gonna want to watch the film right now, let's just say, and then on Sunday start watching increments of the same stuff from the film? I don't know. Like, for me, if I do rewatch the Mugen Train film, it'll be down the road. If I decide, which I highly doubt, I'm more than likely just going to wait till December to watch the Entertainment District arc. Maybe in December, right before the Entertainment District arc, I'll rewatch the film and then watch it or something. But I don't know. They're just, it's too much. It's too much in my opinion of Mugen Train film is here, Mugen Train film is there. The TV anime of the Mugen Train re-adaptation is here, there's. It's too much to me. But hey, hats off to you if you're excited for all of this. Don't get me wrong, I really love Demon Slayer. I genuinely love Demon Slayer. Like, I don't know if you can see, I got plushies for days up there. Like, I love Demon Slayer, but they're milking it. Honestly, it's clear as day. Like, the Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train, I get it. It was one of the most successful things in the world. I don't want to keep on rewatching it over and over again. No. And I'm sure I'm going to buy the film of it as well. Still, like, no. Moving forward, Pokemon fans. This was something that caught my eye. It says Pokemon the movie Secrets of the Jungle will debut on Netflix October 8th, so in a couple days from now. And they tweeted it to remind. And I ain't gonna lie, the art and animation from it looks dope. And it seems as though that's going to be par for the course for Pokemon movies moving forward, being on Netflix. And that's kind of dope. But I ain't gonna lie, I want to say I heard that this is one where they actually mention Ash's father, which he hasn't been mentioned in 100 billion years. So I'm excited for that, even though that's usually just a ploy. Like, they usually do very important things that old Pokemon fans might like. They'll reference it and, you know, put it out there in the press release as well, so that people will be like, I'm interested. And then 99% of the film will be a standard Pokemon movie. And then, oh yeah, Ash has a father, guys. Oh yeah, I wonder what he's doing. Boom, done. But the art and animation alone is very pretty, and I might actually check it out if it's on Netflix. I've been in a Netflix mood lately. All their moves are working because they've been having me on there. I just finished watching the latest Dave Chappelle comedy special, and I'm watching Squid Game. Like, yeah, they're doing their thing. Next up, you gotta have some massive cojones to try and do this one, because let's just read, people, let's just read. Cat on a hot tin roof manhwa ends serialization after plagiarism accusations of Japanese manga. The Cat on a Hot Tin Roof manhwa announced on September 24th that it was ending serialization just over a month after launch. The series had faced accusations of imitating designs and layouts from Naoki Urasawa's Monster manga and the Evangelion anime series. Comparison pictures between the manhwa and Monster began circulating on a forum on September 16th. The Korean webtoon platform Naver Webtoon, which published the manhwa, acknowledged the accusations in a statement on September 18th. It noted that after consulting with the artist, it has decided to conclude the manhwa serialization. The publisher apologized for not upholding its responsibilities to protect intellectual property rights and expressed regret to readers for causing concern. Readers earlier pointed out similarities with Evangelion's character designs and story, arguing that the two main characters strongly resemble Shinji and Kaworu. Some readers also noted similarities with the Stand By Me 1986 American film, which is based on the Stephen King novella The Body. And isn't this like the second time now that a manhwa or webtoon was accused of something like this? Or was that a manga that was trying to get away with like parroting all of these big popular isekais? I don't know, but there's been a little bit of plagiarism going on lately, and I ain't gonna lie, taking a look at the design of this image, the one image that they have on this article, it straight up looks like a Shinji, and you could even argue that the other character kind of looks like Johan from Monster. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, especially if people are going rampant about it, but I'm wondering how much of it is plagiarism and how much of it is actually like just being inspired. Like if a character kind of looks similar, a lot of characters look similar, but the story is mad different, then it's a different ball game. But if you're like plucking out straight character arcs and story and also stuff, you might get smacked like they just did. Like, lesson learned, make your own stuff, come up with your own ideas. Yeah, you could be inspired. Inspiration is absolutely great and all of that jazz. Don't rip shit from stories, because you're going to get caught and have an embarrassing moment, and this person's career might be over. Next up, Tokyo Revengers fans. If you're a big fan of the manga, according to this, Tokyo Revengers Zero by Ken Wakui, a special extra short chapter that was originally published in Young Magazine, is getting republished in the latest weekly Shonen Magazine issue 45, and it looks like it's with Draken on the cover, if I'm not mistaken. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna read this. I've loved Tokyo Revengers ever since I caught up. In case you ain't watched, I made a couple of videos about it now. I love Tokyo Revengers. I've been reading it week to week, and I'm definitely gonna read this one shot as well. This looks dope, and shout outs to Tokyo Revengers. I don't know, it's really good. It's really good. You should be reading. And people, lastly, Dragon Ball, we might be in trouble. I don't know, because some people were sticking up for the latest Dragon Ball stuff, but y'all know recently we got the big announcement over the summer that the next Dragon Ball Super movie was underway. Dragon Ball Super Superhero, all of that jazz. We got the CGI trailer that I didn't really care for. Some people were sticking up for it, saying it didn't look bad. Well, we got a new poster for the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Superhero film, and looking at it, it looks CGI'd. It don't look like that's 2D animation. In fact, it kind of looks almost like fighters, and it has Goku and Piccolo in the middle, and then those two new characters from Toriyama. But I got a strong feeling that a lot of this film, if not the entirety of it, is going to be CG made, and I'm not looking forward to that. I'm just going to keep it real. I know there's some people that are defending it, and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm watching it regardless. Let me be clear on that. I'm watching it regardless. Whether it's CG or 2D, I'm watching it. I've watched every Dragon Ball related thing ever, so I'm absolutely watching it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to like it and that I'm looking forward to it per se. This is in fact the least hype I've ever been for anything Dragon Ball related, anime wise, manga wise, anything in general. Like, this is the least hype I've been, because I'm looking at this poster and again, it looks like I'm about to go play Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, I don't know. I don't really rock with this. And again, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that they blow me out the water and this is a whole new take and it's awesome and stuff like that. But I'm not excited. I'm not. I want you guys to tell me, though, am I bugging out? Does this image look absolutely insane? Does it look great? Maybe I'm just hating or something, but it looks like it's going to be a CG fest, and I'm not here for it. I'll just be honest with you. But we got to wait and see, because NYCC is going to be happening soon, where we're going to get a ton of updates on Dragon Ball Super Superhero. But as it stands right now, that don't look promising at all. But yeah, people, that's all we have for today's episode. I'm very curious what you guys think. What are the stories that caught your interest the most? The stories that had you rocking? Anything you just got to say in general? Yeah, people, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and you guys just watched another episode of ForneverNews. Have an awesome day.